These scratches are really annoying, but okay. That just has to do with how I'm holding the knife, but it's hard to like avoid it. I think I changed my mind about something. Fine. Go with it. Okay, so now I'm just kind of going very off the script here, so I'm just gonna keep going. All right, so let's continue with the video because even though I'm not going to do all of that, I kind of want to have some better references because I'm not doing,
just tap.
Not feeling a whole lot of creative flow right now.
See how you can make all those little things? And the more you tap it, the more it'll mix with the color that's already on the canvas, and it'll get darker and darker automatically. Automatically. You don't even have to worry about it. If you want to be bright, don't tap much. If you want to be darker, just get in there and tap the devil out of it. There. All right. Now, let's get crazy. You painted with me before. You know I really like trees. Let's take some Van Dyke Brown, Alizarin Crimson, and Midnight Black. Mix them together. All right. Let me wipe the old knife. Let's grab. I'm using the number 6 fan brush this time. Number 3 would work okay. Doesn't matter. Whichever one you happen to pick up. Load it full of color. Maybe up here on the top of our little hill lives, yeah, you guessed it, happy little tree right there. I like little trees. They're some of the nicest people in the country. There, see? There he lives. I don't want him to be lonely. Maybe there's a little family up here that lives together. What a magnificent view to sit up here and look at all day. I'm envious. We'll have a little one right there. There we got a whole family. 3 little trees on the hill. Now then, I just want to scratch in the indication of a little tree trunk here and there. Something about like that. That's all we need. Take that same brown color, maybe add a little bit of the bright red to it. Not much, just a little bright red. There, maybe even a little touch of titanium white, just to get it to stand out a little bit. I don't want a lot of highlights on these. Yeah, that's plenty. Just enough so that you get the feeling there are some highlights, but they don't distract. There, this one next. You have to decide which tree lives in the foreground, which tree lives back. I think this one's right in the front. So we do him last, so he's in front. Hope that shows up. Now we can go back to our brush that has the sap green, a little Indian yellow, all those colors, all the different greens, and we can begin bringing this together. A few little dooders back here. But isn't that neat? See, got a little family of trees that sit here. They look out over this beautiful view. It is gorgeous. I'd like to live in a place. Well, I tell you what, why not? If I was going to live here, I'd need a house. I'm not very good at sleeping on the dirt. So let's come right up in here and let's build us a little, maybe it's a little house there. We'll just scrape this out a basic shape. Something like so. I want it right in front of these trees. We'll take a little Van Dyke, a little dark sienna mixed together, and let's just paint us in a quick little house. This is just a happy little house up here on the hill. Like that. There. Gives us a nice roof. Gotta have a roof to keep the water out. There we go. Something like that. Now when you do yours, maybe you want to have a house that's different. Maybe you don't want to have a house. Maybe you want to have a 2-story house. You can do that. Anything that you want to do. Painting gives one almost total freedom, at least on this piece of canvas. A little brown and white, no pressure. I want this to be sort of an old raggedy house. There. As we mentioned earlier, doing stories and stuff. Maybe there's a trapper that lived here and he went down to the river one day to check his beaver trap. And maybe he fell in. Who knows? Now we could do a cabinectomy. In other words, just cut it off. Get it the way we want it. Better have a door in our cabin. It's easier to get in and out if you got a door. It's hard climbing through the window sometime. There we go.
You mixed
Take a
it.
little dark color. Put the indication of a few boards and stuff on there if you want them. All right. And you could have made a log cabin just as easy. Let's take a little red, a little white, a little dark sienna in it. Let's see, maybe, yeah, why not? Maybe this got a little red roof on there. It's not in too good a shape either. Not in too good a shape. The old shingles about fell off. It's got some holes in it. Yeah, a few little highlights right up here on top where the sun's really zinging across the top. A few little dooders down the side here. So it stands out. There. Got us a little cabin. All right, now we can go back to our brush with a grass color on it. And we can begin putting in all kinds of little grassy areas like this. Right up here by the trees. These trees remind me of my little squirrel. It would be a good place for him to live. I want to show you my little squirrel one more time. Shoot, I've showed him to you a couple times in this series. He's one of the cutest little devils that you've ever seen. He's Peapod Jr. He likes to live in my pocket. Of course, by the time you get to see this, he'll already be turned loose and he'll be free. Probably living in my backyard, and he'll have a little condo back here in a tree. I love these little rascals. I raise a bunch of them every year, turn them loose. And they go back to nature where they...
This is different. This is certainly different. Both the picture and
Hope you enjoy
the motif, but
rascals.
yes.
They're really special to me, and I like to share them with my friends. All right. Maybe over
Let's try to clean this brush here so I can actually get a bit of the
okay, I see a thing happening here.
a bit of the jig. I'm getting a bit of the white as well, I need to be careful. Get a bit of color just to make sure I also paint over the white. Okay. Hmm. Get a bit of that highlight color again. Hopefully that won't be too crazy. Okay. All right. Still a bit. All right. So if I were to do something somewhat similar to what Bob did there, minus the house, I just want to see what
They go back to nature. Shoot, I've showed him to you a couple times in this series. He's one of the cutest little devils that you've ever seen. He's Peapod Jr. He likes to live in my pocket. Of course, by the time you get to see this, he'll already be turned loose and he'll be free. Probably living in my backyard, and he'll have a little condo back there in a tree. I love these little rascals. I raise a bunch of them every year, turn them loose. And they go back to nature where they're supposed to be. So, hope you enjoy seeing them little rascals. They're really special to me, and I like to share them with my friends. All right, maybe over in here.